Joshua and I are matching for Easter. Look at us! Yeah! It's just like our picture on our homepage. Say Happy Easter! And we got the same outfits on. You ready to say Happy Easter?
I did it!
Yeah! Let's go! Happy Easter! Okay, so we're going to Easter Sunday because the Lord has risen. Sounds like I'm joking, but it's true. Joshua, say Happy Easter! Happy Easter! He's looking at you like, what's happening right now? All right, Amy's here with us, everyone. You're so dumb. She forgot her lip gloss this morning, and let's just say we're having a breakdown about it. But I guess it's not something I understand. Her foster baby's here as well. Okay, I get it. It's like forgetting your iPhone. Her foster baby's here. Can't say her name. Go to the... She's popping out of the bathroom. Yeah, so her baby's here. Can't say her name or show her picture. But you know what I can't do? Look at those chubby little feet. Joshua, get off of my keys, because I hear you making my car beep. Those chubby little feet. Look at those chubby little feet. Look at those. All right, let's get this party on the road. Wait, what time is it? So first things first, we're gonna go to church because, well, that's what we're gonna do. But it's first things first because, oh my God, my child. He keeps pressing the beep beep on my car. My church is doing like this like rolling, I guess it's a brunch or something like that, and you have pictures and an Easter backdrop and all of that goodness going on there. So we're going to be doing that. Let's get to church and then the service. And then I need to go to the Apple store. Amy, you don't have to come.
Look it up.
Look it up. She says the Apple store is closed.
They are.
Let's check it out. Opening soon. Closed today. Well. Wait, that's the Glendale location. We want Americana.
That is Glendale.
No, that's the Glendale Mall. The Americana brand.
That's Glendale.
Opens. Easter. Closed. All right, Amy wins. She wins that. Well, don't know what we're doing after then.
Well,
hopefully Amy's going home. Oh, she's working. Dang it. Well, you can work from your house. You can work from your house and take your baby with you. Joshua. Hey. Who's that boy? What are you doing? Alright, sorry I couldn't take y'all into church. But I couldn't. Whew. Now, we're gonna go hopefully to my storage and find a car seat. Find the car seat that I can hook onto the stroller. Amy's gonna do some work at my homemade desk. Amy's hair is already up. I love getting you in the worst conditions. It was good. And then I'm going to take the two of them on a walk. But we have to go to the storage first. Hi, baby girl. Hi. All right, let's get going. So I decided that I would take Joshua and Amy's baby on a little walk so Amy can do her work. And I was like, let me put them down on the grass to play a little bit. Well, this little baby, she starts eating the grass. And I'm like, don't eat the grass. And then all of a sudden, I pick her up because we're getting ready to go. And she threw up. I'm not talking about spit up. Threw up all over my arm, all of my arm, all down my arm. And then I bent down to like let it fall off of me. And she threw up all over my leg. I'm talking about like white, chunky, nasty throw up. I had to take my shirt off. Thank God I had a big old thing of water and drench half my body in water. And now I'm walking down the street shirtless and it's just disgusting. I hope you're happy, Amy. I hope you are happy and you're getting all your work done. Yeah, you. Oh my goodness. Then she was crying her butt off. Thank God I had a filled bottle already because she was hungry because she spit up, just to throw up all her food. But now she's smiling her little face off. Guess that's all that matters. And Joshua over here. Yeah? What's your book? Is it the bear? And the goldfish? Yeah? What does the fish say? Glub, glub, glub. Right? Yeah. Okay, guys. Let's get back to the house. Oh, I'm not happy about this at all. We're back home, and Amy went home. The baby went home. I took a shower. Joshua took a shower. What a day. What a day it's been. But you know, I was thinking, how am I going to close this video out? And the best thing that I can think of is sharing the Easter story with you watching. Now, caveat here. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a theologian. I haven't studied the Bible more than, the average person, churchgoer who goes to church every Sunday and listens to the sermons. What I can say is that in my adult life, I've spent a lot of time asking questions and truly listening to sermons and taking notes during sermons and looking at what church means to me in a very different way, and especially since adopting Joshua. He's in bed right now. I've asked myself some real questions on what does church really mean for me? And in that, if you ask yourself that question, you have to ask yourself, what does Jesus Christ really mean to me? And so when Easter comes around, I kind of feel like everything that you learn through the year is kind of preparing you for this time of Holy Week and of Easter and the resurrection, the death and the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So when it gets here, it's a really beautiful, it's a somber thing on Good Friday, but there's beauty in Good Friday because we, as Christians, as the world now know that on that Sunday, Jesus Christ rose and descended into the heavens and claimed his throne. So that I do know. But for those of you that don't know this story, I want to take just a minute, maybe 2 minutes to share. We all have heard of Jesus Christ. And, his ministry was until he was 33 years old. And he went and preached the gospel, which essentially is believe in him and the Spirit and God, the Holy Trinity. Believe that there is only one true God, because at that time there was belief in many different gods, but to believe in the monotheistic God, and that through doing that, through believing in Jesus Christ, that is the ultimate form of salvation. That because of that, he knew he was going to die. Man did not know. And it was that faith. It was the faith that if you follow me, you will be given salvation. You will spend all eternity with me, with my Father, God. And, it's important to know that the Holy Trinity, the Spirit of God, Jesus Christ, God reincarnated, I guess, or God came to be with human as human himself. What's really awesome about that is how people share so much that, like, God, why have you forsaken me? Why have you put me through all of this pain? Why, do you even know what this pain is like? Yes, he does. Because God made himself man, and he was nailed to a cross. Like, he knows our pain. And that's the really awesome thing about being a Christian, is understanding that, like, in our turmoil, like, it's appropriate and good to not be happy with God at times. Like, it's good to be honest and be like, you've pissed me off, or why this, why that. Simon the disciple, he went through that exact same thing. A disciple went through the exact same thing. Why are you not helping me right now, but you're helping everyone else? So what had happened was Jesus would go through the town, and he was preaching and preaching, and he was gaining more followers to believe in him. More Jewish people were following him and becoming believers in Jesus Christ. They didn't call it Christian at the time. We now know it as Christian. So, the Jews were under Roman law at that time, and the Romans, kind of put the Jews in one spot, and they had control over them. They set the law. The Jews paid taxes to the Romans. They stayed in line. They didn't deviate out of their course and where they're supposed to be. There were parts of town that the Jews were not allowed to be in. They were strictly for the Romans. And so now Jesus comes along, and he's preaching this word, and he's healing people. He's literally healing people. He's bringing, people back from the dead. He's having people walk that were paralyzed. He's making the blind man see. And the Romans are like, what the hell is going on? Like, what is happening? There were some people that were like, this is paganism, and this is not right. But more than that, the Romans were concerned about the amount of followers he was having. And they had to, like, nip it in the bud. They were like, well, we're not going to let this happen. And that's in turn why they ended up crucifying Jesus, because he was breaking law, and he was gaining too much power. So they crucify him. And then on the third day that he rose from the dead. And that is significant because it shows that he is God. The gift of salvation is the grace of God. It's the thing that he didn't have to do any of it. He doesn't have to, like, forgive us of all our wrongdoings. He doesn't have to forgive us of being human. And it is so important. It's so important to know that, like, we are not these horrible creatures. We're not these horrible things that only do wrong, and we have to prove to God that we're worthy of salvation. No. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to do special works or acts. We are good people. We are loving people. God says to just love. That's it. Love. That's all that God is love. And we do that. We are good people. But we are also flawed people. And that's what he saves us from. He asks for nothing in return. There are many people that believe that we have to give to get from God. And he says, no, that is grace. That is salvation. I am giving myself for you. End of story. It's not, I'm giving myself for you if you do this for him, or if you do this for said person, or because I'm giving you myself and taking on your pain, your suffering, that you now have to do this. No. The reason we do good works, the reason we love, the reason we take care of our neighbors, the reason we choose to love our enemies is because we want to model our lives after Jesus Christ. That's why we do the good works and the good deeds. So don't get that twisted as I'm sharing. But yeah, like the ascension of Jesus Christ is like, it's the thing that everyone was dumbfounded by, and really solidified who Jesus is, especially during that time. And, he says he will come again. He will come to judge. He will come again. And, accepting him and accepting that, Jesus is the Son of God, that there is only one God and that is God, is the thing that keeps you with him for all eternity. During that judgment time, we don't know when he's coming back. We just know he's coming back. But that's, again, guys, like I'm doing the best that I can. But I wanted to share that because this is an Easter video. And I think the story of Jesus Christ and his death and resurrection is so powerful. And I think, all Christians would probably say that. Yeah. Thanks for watching. What a day. What a day. Guys, I'm telling you, this girl threw up all over me. All over me. Like, it's okay. It's okay. I forgive her. Bye.